Welcome dear viewers to my Focus YouTube channel. In this video, I'm discussing on revision skills for students. We need to revise our learning to perform our best, and to suit better, we need to learn how to revise in a way that suits us well. So, let us see what are revision skills. What revision techniques should we use? When should we start revising? How long should we revise for each day? Always keep in mind, dear students, that we need to start studying from the day one and revise every day. But as many of us forget things faster, we need to develop the revision skills. In this video, I shall try to help you better to suit you and have the best possible revision technique. Now, let us see the meaning of the word revision. The word revised comes from the Latin word revisor, which means look at again or visit again. Revision literally means to see again, to look at something from a fresh, critical perspective. It is an ongoing process of rethinking, reconsidering our arguments, reviewing our evidences, refining our purpose, and reorganizing our presentation. The importance of revision is twofold. Firstly, it helps us to remember facts, figures, topics, and methodologies that we have covered some time ago. Secondly, if done correctly, it helps us to increase our confidence and reduce anxiety. Revision helps us to be prepared well for our exams. Let us try answering these questions in detail. Why revision skills? Where do I sit and revise? When do I revise? And how do I revise? Why should we revise? Dear students, our brain forgets at least half of the information we learn within 8 hours. So, we need to revise to recall and remember every day. Revising every day will help us in answering the questions in the tests, exams, or interviews. Top up by using correct revision techniques. This will lead to increase in our confidence. Where do we revise? See these pictures carefully and analyze. Why is the first place a wrong place to study and the second place the right one to sit and study? It is very clear that we can study only in a quiet room with a table to work at and limited noise. Ideally with a table lamp to help us stay focused, or a place with bright light and with a clock for timing. Then, when do we revise? Start your revision early each evening before your brain gets tired. Keep in mind, dear students, early morning is the best time to study and revise. Then, how to revise? Here are the best ways to revise for better results. Let us see the most effective techniques we can use to revise. Then, by trying out these techniques as we go, we will find which ones are the most effective for our learning styles. Avoid passive revision. Embrace active revision techniques. The most common revision technique students use is also one of the most ineffective: reading notes. Sure, it seems like the most logical place to start, but reading notes is a passive revision technique which don't fully engage our brain. Active revision is a far more effective form of studying. Active revision is slower, but it provides 3 main benefits. First one, it makes our brain work, which activates the memory centers of our brain and makes us more likely to form strong memories of information we are trying to take in. The second one, it makes us reassess the information we think we know and forces us to work towards relearning it. And the third one is, it is far more interesting than passive revision exercises. So, what forms the revision are active? Let us see in my recommendations. Revision card. Revision card is not exactly rewriting the notes, but creating brief memory joggers, especially useful for the later stage of revision. These cards contain headings, key names, dates, theorists, theories, etc. Namely, whatever memory joggers make sense and work for us. Revise multiple subjects across a day. It might seem logical to spend one day on one subject, then move on to another subject each day. But our brain don't work that way. The longer we spend on a single subject, the more likely we are to go bored, unengaged, and stop learning the information we are trying to push into our brains. Instead, plan to study multiple subjects each day. If you only have one subject left to revise, remember to break it down into different topics throughout the day. Test yourself. Testing yourself is the most important aspect of revision. Why? Because it is scientifically proven that devoted a certain amount of study time to testing ourselves cement information into longer memories. It is known as testing effects. Use different revision techniques, which I will discuss now. I recommend 12 revision techniques. Depending on your learning styles, you could take on board these different techniques to help you revise well. Make effective notes as you read through revision guides. Take the information you are reading and extract the key points which will help you remember it. But the act of summarizing information with notes forces your brain to focus on the subject matter. Write down a summary to a topic before you move on to the next one. If you are able to sum up all the key points from memory, you can confidently say that you know it. Create flashcards to distill information into an easily reviewable format. You can then use these cards to test your memory and find out which topics you need to revise more thoroughly. Draw mind maps to organize information visually. Mind maps helps us to picture information and remember the connection between key ideas. Practice along with educational videos. For some of us, watching videos is far more engaging than reading. If you are one of those people, make sure you actively take notes or practice questions while the video is running. Discuss your ideas with your classmates and friends, especially for opinion-based subjects such as English literature. Opening yourself to their ideas will help you formulate your own opinions. This will prepare you to express your opinions in the exam. Try teaching a topic to someone who knows nothing about it. If you can teach someone else about a topic, then you have a good grasp of it. Remember, if you recognize any gap in your knowledge while you are trying to teach a topic, make a note. Revise it later. Draw diagrams and tables whenever appropriate. For some of us, picturing a diagram is far easier than simply trying to remember the information. Create a slideshow presentation to summarize a topic. To create a PowerPoint presentation, we will need to work creatively to divide our topics into sections and visually organize it. This creative work will help us engage our brain and form long-term memories. Test your friends and have them test you back. If you don't know the answer to a question, make a note and revise it later. Answer practice questions to continuously practice how you will apply your knowledge in an exam. You can find revision questions for any subject online. There are also handy revision apps. And the last one, repeat, repeat, and repeat. There is one final thing you need to remember. Repetition is how you create long-term memories. The reflections from this video are: start revising early. Make a revision schedule. Reward yourself. Be strict with your revision. Avoid working at night. Use different revision techniques. This quote is to all my dear students. Push yourself to revise the learning each day. The harder you work, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. Happy success! Hope you are equipped with better revision techniques now. Share your success and queries in the comment box. Like this video, click the bell button to subscribe. Thank you so much and all the best. My next video is on memory techniques.